Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Totally Oblivious. I'm your host, Caleb, co-host Alex, right here.
Yes, right here.
He can't see me. I am a phantom, but I can see him. And that's all that matters, I suppose.
That's all.
Once again, I think Alex has we're already prepared. Oh.
Yes. No. Hold on. I'm checking stuff. Go. You're good. I'm just
We've already prepared we both have been read up on recent news once again this morning. Somehow, I swear we're being tracked to be known when we are going to record, that something happens right before we're about to start recording every single time. We're like, all right, next week, I swear we're going to have a nice, fun, wholesome episode. And then some other bullcrap happens that we can't even talk about something fun anymore. I know you're what we're going to talk about. I know you know, because in the time that we've been setting up, I've already found two different point of views of this situation. And it's effing ridiculous. And they're still defending it.
Caleb, I think you need to tell the audience what's going on here. Give a little bit of detail.
Was this yesterday morning, or was that was this morning?
This was morning.
Was fresh off the press this morning. I'll pull up the point of view Mariah sent me, since that's the first one I saw. So basically, ICE killed another person. This one I think is somehow even less reasonable than the Renee Good one, which that one was already unreasonable. But I'm gonna play the clip and just read it back to you. This doesn't show like the start of it, but I know the start of it now is basically ICE was going after this guy on the street. This other guy steps in the way to protect this guy. ICE basically swarms the guy who stepped in to protect like a swarm of bees, claiming he had a gun, pushes this man to the ground. This group of 6 ICE agents then proceeds to start beating this man while he is on the ground, and then shoots him 6 times and kills him. And then after they shoot him dead, they scatter like a bunch of rodents. These chuds literally kill a man then flee.
I love that word, by the way.
They just flee from the scene, leaving this man dead on the street while a couple of the agents just stand there looking like a bunch of stupid children. Not knowing that, like, a bunch of stupid children whose friend just pooped their pants in front of them.
Yeah, it's
like,
and this is why I wanted to stay at home so we can actually like look at the videos and shit. Because I've been looking. I woke up this morning. I was like, oh, my girlfriend has an interview today. She's trying to leave her shitty job. I was like, okay, let's be really supportive today. You know, do what you need to. Try to see if you can see her tomorrow or Monday. And then I opened Twitter. I'm like, what's the worst thing that could show up on my top? Oh my God. It's like, I watch the videos, and even if I think they do take his gun away.
Apparently he had a gun, but by the time they kill him, he is completely disarmed. Not only in the fact that he is at the start of one of the videos, you see they have him from behind, so he couldn't possibly shoot any agents. They bring him to the ground and they shoot him 6 times on the ground. 6 times. How do you excuse that?
So I'm gonna jump. Everything Caleb was saying is what I thought about like an hour and a half ago. I want to do a little bit of prediction. I know maybe it's a little bit like untimely to do it like this early, but I think Minnesota's about to like powder keg itself. There's no way this doesn't boil over, right? It's like, is this the spot? Is where it's gonna go, or is it gonna take one more? That was my first thought, because it's like, at that point, it's like he wasn't even brown. He wasn't even
this is white on white violence once again.
Yeah, it's like it's getting to a point now where it's like, I almost see myself, and maybe this is a fucked up way, like you call on me when it's time to, blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne type shit, Like, I feel like that's the type of man I am. I'm like, is it really coming down to this, or we're like, the tries to be a kind-hearted person most of the time has to like do some shit, and I feel like in this moment it kind of reveals how fake a lot of things have been over the past about a few years, because it's like, he had a gun, right? It was taken from him. He was put to the ground, basically fucking executed. There was like, there's no other way to do it. There's 8 guys on him. By the time you took away his gun, it's like, these are a bunch of chuds. These are a bunch of high school peak losers, chuds who have now been given power, and it's over like that. So
keep in mind, none of these agents should have firearms on them. They are not given those. They are bringing those themselves. Those are their personal firearms they're killing these people with.
Yeah. And so I think we're about to reach a very interesting critical point here I say a few hours. I think it is genuinely fair to say it is over.
Like, genuinely, again, this is another instance that it is just 3 times. We are barely 24 days into January as of us recording this, and we have now had 3 people get killed by ice in inexcusable deaths. There is no reason any of these 3 people should have died. Almost 4, because that baby, I haven't heard any updates on the condition of that baby, but it was not breathing the last time I heard an update on the day it happened.
And there's been other children that have been kidnapped by ice.
The 5-year-old who was literally used as bait to take in his parents.
I don't know how to say this in an articulate way that YouTube won't get mad, but it's how do I hold on, my headset's a little bit too tight. It's oh my god, the gamer day. I'm just waiting for the oh fuck shit moment, because now what? 2 people have died, multiple children have been captured. Is it really gonna be like one guy gets pulled to the ground and there's not like 8 ICE agents around? It's like maybe like 1 or 2, and it's like Joe Schblo, random guy who said, you know what, I'm gonna bring my gun to this one protest. And it's going to be that, isn't it? It's going to be the random Joe Blow on the side of the road who ends up killing 2, and then it just fucking...
Because at this point, we've gotten to the point that, like, if you're encountering an ICE agent, you might as well assume that your life might be in danger.
It's an RPG boss battle. You better start attacking, bro.
You gotta have first encounter, first turn.
No, it's like Persona. Like, I know we're joking. I don't think we should be joking. I don't know. I'm trying to find a way to.
It's not
cope,
even a joke. Like, it's genuinely serious. You are potentially in danger anytime you encounter an ICE agent, unless you are like wearing a Trump hat and being like, "Yeah, you guys are the best." I genuinely think, the moment that you show any sort of disagreement with some of these guys, there is a high chance that you will be murdered, which is an insane thing to say in a country that is called the land of the free. You can't disagree with somebody in a position of power because they might kill you.
Yeah, I fully expect I can't believe it's Minnesota. You know,
Yeah.
it's out of any state, Minnesota.
Well,
And apparently, so hold on, wait a minute. I also saw other reports that ICE is going to try to go to Philly.
Oh, they're not lasting in Philly.
Do not go to Philly.
The administration got booed at the Super Bowl last year by the Philadelphia fans. There's no way. If they go to Philly, this is completely volcanic Pompeii eruption.
You kill one Eagles fan, it's over. It's over. Also, not to be disrespectful, this is just supposed to be like a respectful thing. Rest in peace to the guy who died. Like, genuinely, your life will not be in vain because it will probably end up causing trickle down effects.
Well, and that's the thing. This guy was being a hero in this situation. He was protecting another man who's being harassed and died for it. He died defending another person.
He died a hero, martyr the man, an actual proper Charlie Kirk. No, like, not even joking, like a genuine martyr.
This man gave his life doing something actually good. He was defending a fellow citizen.
Yeah, and you know what really pisses me off? I really hate, and I know they're Twitter bots, but they do piss me off, where they go, he shouldn't have resisted. You know how dumb that sounds? You know, like, at what point logically when you're getting jumped by 8 dudes, is it really an arrest? Like, be serious with me.
They're not even police officers. These guys are just glorified security guards. Again, shouldn't have guns. They're masked, not identifying themselves. You have every right to be concerned when these people who, again, these ICE agents are not even getting background checks. There was a journalist who just proved that they are hiring any chud off the street.
For real? Can I see the article? I'd love to read it.
It's on, I'm trying to remember. It's on Substack.
Is it?
Yeah. This journalist... Essentially, just to boil it down for everyone at home, you can look this up. This journalist, she went undercover to go, I already love her. Not even really undercover, because she literally gave them her exact resume that said that she was a journalist, and her actual name and stuff, everything surrounding her actual resume to ICE, to apply for ICE. And she was like, yeah, if you gave like one quick like research into who I am, it would be very clear that I would not be a good fit for ICE, given the fact that I am highly against ICE and speak out against ICE, and I'm a progressive journalist. But she made it past the review, like that initial review, and was essentially, I think she was given an interview where she basically, she was given a drug test that she was sure she failed because she smoked weed beforehand, which in Texas is not legal.
Is it not?
No, like
the drug test.
She did this in New York, took the drug test where she had marijuana in her system, sent that to Texas to be put under review for ICE. She was given a job offer. So they're not even reviewing the people that they're hiring. I am not even kidding you when I say this. They are hiring any chud off the street. They don't care if you have a criminal background. You could be a serial rapist who is out on bail, and they would hire you for ICE.
Did you hear what happened? This is yesterday's news. Did you hear about the crazy heist guy who got deported?
No.
Or no? So apparently ICE had gotten a guy who is a major suspect in $100 million, right? $100 million heist scandal. Major suspect, gone. Doesn't exist anymore.
Well,
he's out of the country. That's like, You gotta be fucking
They,
kidding me.
they legitimately
All right, I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. I'm gonna
they escorted a criminal out of the country without paying due process. They literally did the opposite of what they said their goal was. Actually, you know what? They did exactly what they said their goal was. They got the criminal out of the country. Problem solved. Gosh dang, dude. Like, how stupid are these people?
Hold on, let me see. So hold on, it might be one of the first ones. Yeah, I found it. It's on Fox and it's even on the New York Times. Man accused in 100 million jewel heist is deported, withdrawn trial. So it's like they didn't even like try, you know.
Bro actually got a get out of jail free pass. ICE gave a actual criminal a get out of jail free pass.
Yeah. Apparently, he chose to self-deport. So because of everything that's going on, he was able to loophole his way out of it. Might actually be a genius. Might be Lupin the Third. Crazy.
That is actually insane. That is the craziest way to get away with it. Is literally he turned himself in.
Yep, and it was like, bye.
All right, I'm fleeing to a foreign country. You'll never see me again.
Yeah, it's such a fucking weird time, man. And like I want to see what people genuinely say about it, because I think at this point, I'm a debater, right? You know, I power scale. I'm in the nature of debating, and like I want to see genuinely the mental gymnastics required. Oh, my bad. Ooh, the coffee. What the argument is at that point, because in the video, the gun's taken away, right?
Yep.
And so he's on the ground, can't even defend himself, shots fired. Knowing Republican arguments, knowing the Republican crowd, first, you know, the Second Amendment, it's the second one on the rights list after free speech. It's the number two.
The second one.
It's made in order to fight a tyrannical government. It's like the number one reason why it exists. So how does a conservative argue or a Republican argue what happened in that video is just? You can't, because it basically goes against what? The last
250 years.
50 years of conservative talking points. I'd say like 100 in terms of like the modern version of the idea, right? Because, you know, even the Japanese were like, bro, fucking invading the mainland US might be a bad idea. You know, that whole idea.
Bro,
even though they were going to try to. And they're like, ooh, I don't know about that one, bro. So it's like, what do you do? Because this, like I said about like a few minutes ago, in terms of this podcast, it's a powder keg. Because now 2 people are dead. There's going to be some Joe Schmo who says, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to carry. And one Ice Age is going to be looking away while he's trying to fucking, you know, maybe do his job or is assaulting somebody, and boom, it's going to happen. He's like, going to die, and then it's like, oh my God, the citizens are violent. And when it's like, bro, the record right now is like 4-0 right now.
You're 4-0. One of them is an infant who is it is unknown if that infant is alive. I pray to God that child lives.
Yeah, it's kind of over, twin.
Like, genuinely, if you support this, there is something fundamentally wrong with your brain. Because this is you are supporting the murder of your own fellow man by the government, which is something that these same people were advocating against 10 years ago. They were the same people who were like, we can't let the government come door to door and take our guns. That's our God-given right. But now, 10 years later, that the government's basically going door to door and killing your neighbors, you're like, oh, I hear nothing, I see nothing, I speak bullcrap.
I remember when people were scared that Obama was going to like kill them or something. I remember the fear mongering around that. And it's just like, what now? You know?
Where's your argument now that the government's trying to kill us? Where is that? Where are you people now that people are actually dying from the government?
Yeah.
It's being broadcasted, by the way, because the government, I would say the government probably has been killing people this whole time, but now we are seeing broadcasted on live television, government-funded agents murdering people, and the government saying they are going to give these people the full right to be able to do that.
God, man. I'm looking on Twitter too. I'm just seeing if anything pops up, but it's like, I don't know if it's the algorithm is, pointing it out, but it genuinely seems like most people are talking about it. And then what TikTok did the other day too with its new terms of service, it's like we're getting to a point where it's like, yeah, no, the political alignment of the current party is like they fearmongered China, but they were China. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they basically did all the things that they said China was doing.
Yeah, it's like, as long as it's not them doing it, twiddle my fingers. And you know what? After watching the video, I was like, you know what? Let me go to fucking Instagram. I gotta fucking, I don't know, cool off. And I saw an art piece of Dr. Doom doing his foot dive to an ICE agent, right? And then I thought to myself, Caleb, I was like, dude, I always have these conversations with Jared. Jared would be really good to have right now in terms of this little segment. But it's just like, as modern comics have moved forward, it is harder and harder to write Magneto as wrong because he's been right since like the 60s.
You can't make Magneto the villain because there's no way to disagree with him anymore.
And so here's the fucked up part. So recently, it was about a few months ago, probably within the year, there was a storyline with Doom who basically was like, all right, college is free. There is no more war. All your basic human rights are met. Super progressive, right?
Oh my gosh.
And it's just like, Doom might want to fucking fuck people over, but he low-key be giving out people what he wants, or what the people want.
Hold on. Doom might be, he might be doing some good things.
And fights. He only hates Reed Richards. He don't got beef with me.
Now hold the phone.
And even Magneto, even in his landscapes, I might not be a mutant, but I'm fucking, I can let them live. I don't give a shit.
That's not that. Again, like that, like people missing the core message of those comics is literally just exactly what's happening today. Like the mutants, wasn't that just a ploy or like a allegory for racial discrimination that was going on? And then there, of course, we would be like, yeah, I actually wouldn't care at all if there was mutants with superpowers in the world. That would bring absolutely no problem to my life, because currently in the current world, people of other races bring no conflict into my life.
I'm just looking up some certain things, and it's so, God, man, it's so poetic just to be like, damn, the current president might be actually worse than Doom.
He's
reason,
genuinely evil.
And it's like Doom, Dr. Doom, deadass might like be only evil narratively through morals. It's like he's in the same line as Megatron. Okay, not recent Megatron. Megatron right now in the newest comics is a cannibal. Don't bring him up. Don't bring up the new comics with the oh my god, I always forget the comic.
Hey, you know what? That might align with the current administration, though. We don't know. At this point, cannibalism's not out of the table for what would be excusable for people to do at this point.
Image Comics Megatron might be one of the most evil Megatrons. But Doctor Doom falls under the more political Megatron, where it's like ruled through absolute tyranny, but then the power corrupts. But for the most part, we've seen Doom in absolute powers, positions of power, and for the most part, his rule through tyranny is like one of the better examples. I'm not kidding you. I would test run Latveria living in Latveria compared to the US and give you a genuine like pros and cons argument. Because we have enough money to give to federal agents in order to what? Like really what? Like they always say immigrant bad, but like half the shit they do, regular people do in this US anyway. You're not really doing anything.
You're not solving the problem. You're just getting rid of brown people.
Yeah. And so it's like Doom at least gives healthcare and unions, it's like greater of two evils, or pick of your two evils. I'd rather have President Doom rather than President Trump. Like, I'm just being so dead ass.
We've gotten to the point that super villains from comics are somehow less bad than the people who run our country.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's going to be, I don't know, man. I think once said and done with this whole fucking fiasco or fucking this era of humanity, it's going to be really interesting looking back on it and then what people interpret it as. Because with the advent of the modern smartphone, it is incredibly easy to tell who is evil and who is wrong. And I know even then, like subjectively, you can argue what is evil and what is good. But like there is a clear, like today, for example, it's like guy on the ground can't even defend himself. It's like, yeah, come on, bro. This is like the most blatant, like in the negative thing ever.
Like
there is no way to defend this. It wasn't even like one of their targets. At that point, they're just a roaming gang. At that point, like I've been told my entire life, you should be scared of gangsters. I'm gonna be real, bro. I know a few gangsters.
Not as bad as ICE agents.
They ain't pulling up on me like I'm gonna rob your shit. But I've always been cool with them. I've always been the chill guy. And even then, I don't carry cash on me. And the minute if they were to take my wallet, it's like, oh, delete. But like in terms of an ICE agent, they're gonna kill you. They're not gonna rob you.
They are just in it. At this point, I saw a meme on it, but it's not even like a joke. That genuinely, I think a lot of these ICE agents are actually in it for the sport. That they just want to terrorize and eventually kill somebody.
Yeah, it's a death fantasy.
Like there's no other argument for that because they're not doing I would argue they're not even really doing their job right because a lot of the people they're detaining are actual citizens.
No, it's the Stanford prison experiment. You give a chud a gun and authority. What happens? We know through that experiment because they had to stop it short. When you give a young person or a person in general authority over another person, like a drastic change in power, it is immediately abused. It happens every time. So it's like this is happening on a grand scale. And so because it happens on a grand scale, you'll have grand consequences. I genuinely believe after this, I believe within the next 48 hours, some fucking crazy shit's going to happen in Michigan again.
Minnesota.
And when it does, Minnesota, fucking cheese. Or that's not Wisconsin. The fucking northern states. You know what I mean. It's going to start a powder keg and it's going there. In other news, going back to a few podcasts ago with the Asian historic man, forgot his name. Maybe Caleb and Post can ask me and I can show him give him a picture. He had said, not getting conspiratorial, but look at me. He had said that some states would start doing their own things. Guess what California just did yesterday?
What did California do?
Trump got out of the World WHO. They got out of WHO, the World Health Organization. California on a state level said, no, we're still going to be in WHO. So we're already seeing states, and there was already precedent before, but this is on a nationwide, or not nationwide, on a national level or nation level, where a state is now taking independent factors against its own government. So it's like,
I think I also
I might be crazy, but I see the snowball rolling.
I also just heard, I don't know if this is true, so this will have to be fact checked. I just heard that New Jersey, the new governor is planning on withholding the state taxes and not giving that to the federal government.
Yeah, it might be Jover, bro. If it actually is true and one state doesn't do it, a lot of other states aren't going to.
Yeah.
It's not. It's we're reaching some 1776 shit right here, bro. It's like this is, fuck, George and the boys about to fucking had it, bro. They might have had slaves, but they're like, yeah, how humanity progresses every fucking single time in history usually ends up better and better. Like maybe they all knew that their predecessors would all not have slaves, and would it be a problem?
No, that would be their not predecessors. No, predecessors comes before.
Yeah, before it's
descendants.
The new guys, descendants. Thank you. And they're like, yeah. But like, it's not in the, so it's for conservatives. No, they realize this country is going to get way different. It's going to probably end up looking a lot more, it's not the UK, So, I don't know. I do know. I just feel like this is 250 years in the making, Does it feel like that to you?
The 250th anniversary this year, and things are getting extremely chaotic. Like, this isn't even like, you can't even argue that it's like, oh, this is just kind of something that happens. This is literally like unprecedented how bad things have gotten in the country. And like similar things have happened in the past, like throughout each decade. Yeah, LA riots, there's a lot of stuff like this, but it's gotten to a point that it's like, it's getting to be too much. And it's everybody's seeing that it's directly the federal government that is at fault.
Yeah, the Pentagon has gotten their 8th audit has been missed. Oh, trillions, billions have gone. It's like you can't be like it's the immigrants' fault. You can't keep on using that button, or you can't keep on using other button.
I thought all of our money that we put into ICE was solving that problem. I thought us taking control of Venezuela solved that problem.
I think that was a bust. What has come of that?
Apparently, the oil companies said that they weren't going to invest in Venezuelan assets, which is even more insane that the turbo evil companies are saying that they're not going to invest in the easy money scheme.
Bro, it's so fucking stupid. Like, I don't know about Greenland. Is Greenland even happening anymore?
Apparently we're buying Greenland now. I don't know why we would need to buy it. They were already our ally. We would, if they were attacked, if Russia tried to invade Greenland, we could have just been like, oh yeah, NATO, we're coming in to help you guys. Like, we don't need to buy it. The only reason we are buying it is basically to extract resources out of it and not allowing anybody else to have it. That's the only reason. It's only for evil reasons.
And mind you, too, and this is what makes this all a little bit, not fishy. I don't want to say fishy, but I want to say like weird, right? It's like how presidents usually work is it usually takes a long time. You know what the ODST is playing. You know what? I want to keep it in the background. Maybe it's poignant. I'll hire it up a little bit. Presidents usually take over the course of 8 years to really do anything significant, right? Trump has had a split presidency. These last 4 years really, honestly, truly can't be anything more than just a pump and dump. The economy is like getting on Twitter. One day it's all red. The next day it's all green. So it's like, this is a rich oligarchy. There's no other way to phrase it. It's like the wealth gap has become so crazy. The politicians have gotten so anti-people that it's not what it was, Like there's no And the fucked up part is, I'm trying to argue for all this and be like, this is not what I grew up and what I was told,
Mm.
and I can already hear my relatives or people that don't align with me being like, well, what? Really? Like you don't want your basic needs met? It's like when Nestle goes, water, is it a human right? You don't think the watering hole that the metaphorical watering hole here, you don't get a right to it? Like you live day by day, you survive, you grind your teeth. You don't think you get the basic respect of Mother Nature to at least offer you that? Because if someone just to say no, I go, so you want to fight for the watering hole too? You're at that point, you're telling me that on a superficial survival level, if two people are at a watering hole, both people equally have the right to fucking kill each other. They both don't have enough water for themselves. Are they really gonna drink, in this metaphorical fucking lake, 100 gallons worth of water per fucking square centimeter?
Water,
I'm just
water,
rambling.
a resource that naturally replenishes itself through the actions of nature, is not something that we all should have an equal right to.
And you know what the funny thing is too? Ocean water is drinkable once you actually fucking
Just
filter
get rid
it.
of the
So it's
salt.
like technically, yeah, you can do that. It's possible. So it's like we're arguing over nothing.
Yeah.
Like we really are arguing over nothing. So it's like, let's deal with all of our enemies. Like really? Like what do we like? I just can't do it anymore. Like I look back at AP history class with Hoffines and
AP
what
Gov.
he had said. AP Gov, thank you. AP Gov. Even then, AP History too.
AP history, yeah, I think genuinely,
Those last 2 years.
we might not have given Mr. Frederick credit for the stuff that was actually taught in that class.
Fair, real. It's not getting to a point. It is at a point where when I remember Hoffines had said something, and it forgets me now because my brain's running at 100 miles an hour. The coffee isn't helping. Where, oh god, wow, I really did forget me. Fuck, I'm just so pissed. I'm so internally angry.
There's just so much bullcrap going on right now, and the worst part is like there's still people okay with it. Like people are just okay with people getting killed because the government gave them a reason that is not even, if you just watch the evidence, if you look at the evidence of any of these, it's very clear that the ICE agents are in the wrong, but yet they're like, shouldn't have resisted. Oh, so again, this is also something that apparently they don't care about. Oh, a woman gets raped. She shouldn't have resisted. She should have just consented. Then it's not rape.
That's the dumbest argument I've ever heard.
But like, that's basically what they're saying.
Yeah, no, yep, nope.
That is basically what they are saying. And what's crazy is if it actually came down to that, that is their core belief. They would actually genuinely defend rape.
Yeah, I'm seeing people say the fucking Wolves to just cancel their game. Holy, and also there's a third angle too. Holy shit, dog. I'm just looking. I always come back every couple minutes.
All I'm saying is Green Day and Bad Bunny have the greatest opportunity of all time to do something crazy at the Super Bowl. Because we know they both don't like what's going on.
Oh yeah. Shit, if I was Bad Bunny, bro, I would just cancel it. Low key. Like, I know he's like really being real progressive about it. Loved his trailer, by the way.
Everything he's been doing is great.
It is genuinely.
Genuinely, the halftime show shouldn't even be him performing his music. It should just be him saying how angry he is for half an hour.
Like, this is so bull. It just becomes a fucking comedy show. This is some bullshit. It's dumb. It's dumb. I can't.
Like, we're at a point, again, I know, like, in middle school, this has been something that's been building since middle school because they were like, that was with the Colin Kaepernick taking a knee when people were being murdered by police and everybody got their britches in a twist, couldn't possibly fathom the fact that a man was upset with the country because his fellow man was being murdered on the street. And so he said, I'm going to make a stand using my platform to inform people that this is not okay. And multiple other players agreed that that was not okay. And somehow he was the villain and is blacklisted from the sport. Insane. And we are at that point that it's like, this shouldn't even be an argument. Like, this is bigger. If somebody says something at the Super Bowl, they have every right to, because the people getting murdered in the street and harassed and terrorized is more important than a little sports game. Like, these things are important. This is why me and Alex are even talking about this now rather than having fun episodes, because I feel like we would be doing a disservice. Even if we don't have a big platform, it would be a disservice for us to not be talking about this.
I hope. I know we don't get a lot of views because we're just two bros just fucking shit talking on the internet. But I genuinely hope somebody, some fucking 2010s historian fucking watches this. I wonder what these two young men thought. You know, it's like a talk. I treat this podcast more like a talk show. You know, we talk about fucking historical events and stuff. I think a podcast is wrong to say it at this point of how we've evolved. I want some historian to watch this and just be like the progressive change over time, and then to see us now and go, wow, fucking what the hell happened? Because I can even say then when Colin did that shit, I remember even Colton and I just not standing up for that shit.
No, none of us did. None of us did in high school because it was just like we could see, this is a problem. And he's not doing it to disrespect the veterans. He spoke to a veteran and found a way to make it respectful. And that wasn't enough for people because they just don't want, like you said, they're hamsters. They don't want their little show disturbed. They just want it to be, everybody does their little thing, and as long as nobody disrupts the status quo, everyone will be happy. Well, nobody's actually really even happy. They're just distracted all the time.
Yeah. The minute they take away, I can immediately tell this. If one of their strategists says we should turn off the internet, they're fucked. You've took away the pacifier. You never take away the pacifier. Because we've seen the pacifier be taken away in different countries, and it is an immediate riot, and they cannot control it.
Well, they said one of their plans is to basically get rid of porn. They're not going to do that. They only said that to get the Christian vote. They thrive on porn themselves. They thrive on CP. They do. So why would they get rid of it? They know that is probably the greatest distraction is if anybody is to throw titties on a screen, everybody's eyes lock onto the titties. You are not we are animals. We are so easily manipulated by our sexual desires that them getting rid of porn would be detrimental to their own plans.
Yeah. It's
like that. I would almost argue that throughout this, if this goes on for the full next 4 years, we're going to see an increase in pornography being acceptable into society.
Twitter's all porn, by the way. It's not even like a joke.
I haven't even checked it. Snapchat has basically just been advertising porn stars at this point. Like before, Snapchat used to have porn bots that you could report. Now the porn is being promoted by Snapchat.
Yeah, it's all.
And OnlyFans is just blowing up. It's become a household term at this point. People know what OnlyFans is because so many people use it. And there's no regulations against that. Anybody can access that.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can essentially access Pornhub. There's no regulation stopping people from doing that. They don't care. They don't care about actually developing people into model citizens. All they care about is making money and distracting people from the fact that they're slowly taking away our human rights. That's all this is. That's why we have so much bullcrap being slung our way. That's why we have stuff like TikTok that is essentially siphoning our attention spans. I know we are seeing these news stories on TikTok, but we are literally for those of us who aren't like, I hate to say us, like me and Alex, but you are being fed slop to distract you from the fact that there is so much injustice going on in the world. It is ridiculous.
So thank God I'm reading this in real time. Apparently, they might have blocked them in.
Who?
The ice guys. I remember. This shit is so fucking fiery hot. I can't even determine.
9 a.m.
But
This happened at 9 a.m.
Yeah,
Eastern time.
there's so much shit happening. I like I said, I think we're it's a powder keg away, bro. We're just waiting for it.
Did you find another point of view?
I found a third one, but it was from super far away. There's like at least 3, bro.
I've found 3. There's the one that is on let me see. There's one from Courier. That's the first one I saw. And then I saw another one while scrolling through TikTok. Is basically pretty similar to the Courier one. And then I checked Reddit, which is something I never do. And on r/law, they have another point of view that is basically, I don't know if you've seen this one, but like basically this guy, he's defending somebody. The ICE agent pushes the guy and then starts macing both of them, just macing these people, these citizens on the street. They grab the guy who defended the other guy and just start beating him on the street. And then that's when they pull him to the ground and kill him. And I think this video is being silenced because it is not loading right.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Like, they are dogpiling on this guy.
I like how you're rewatching the video again.
They dogpile on him.
No. I think
and there's a guy in a gray coat who takes the gun away from the man. And they kill him. He's unarmed.
You know, can I say something too? It's a little bit different. So I always view myself as a spectator. I don't know if this is.
I found a fourth point of view.
Oh, great. The fourth one.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. So I view. Okay, this might be fucked up of me, but I sometimes view you as a regular United States like citizen, unbeknownst to my influence sometimes.
Mm.
So I think the course of you getting madder and madder, I treat as a scale of what I think the average American thinks.
I do that too.
In
all fairness, it is not accurate because most people somehow don't have the same moral compass that I do. I thought here's the thing. I always say I'm a terrible person because I like to believe that what I do is the worst that humanity can offer. But then there's people who somehow are worse than me.
Also, I don't agree with that, by the way. I think Caleb is a totally fine guy.
I like to believe that. I like to. Because it would be easy if I was the worst possible person. But then people go out and do stuff like we're seeing today. And it's like, dude, you just killed an innocent man.
Hold on. I'm gonna say the guy's name out loud because you know what? He's a fellow Alex.
Fellow Alex.
His name is Alex Jeffrey. Low key, bro. Hold on, I'm gonna send this to you because this is the guy because with the 4 different videos you can see how he looks. He's just wearing darker glasses.
Because he didn't have apparently he didn't have identity on the scene. I don't know if that's true. I'm pretty sure they probably just didn't even care to check.
Alex Jeffrey, I think it's Pretay. It's Pretti. Alex Jeffrey Pretay. But I have to make a joke and be like, he looks like a stereotypical like Jewish looking man. So the fact that, it seems like everybody's just getting gunned down. It don't fucking matter, APAC, all our governors are APAC affiliated. So it's like, it doesn't matter anymore. It's just like, if you're in the way of my racist agenda, just die.
That's basically what they're saying at this point. If you disagree with us, die. And also, apparently, the Second Amendment only applies to some people because these ICE agents have guns when they shouldn't, but this guy on the street has a gun and deserves to die for it.
Oh, wow. His parents leaked it. They knew it was him. Oh, wow. Honestly, respect to them because that is incredibly hard to have to deal with. So for them to just be like, no, this is our son. He was murdered today. That's huge. Also, the Vietnam vet fucking with the fur jackets back out. I fucking love this guy.
Dude, things are just bad. Things are actually, you can't even argue anymore. Things are actually just bad. And this is all a distraction from the freaking Epstein files that they said that there's no court on this planet that can force them to release.
It's going to happen later tonight. I can say it now. There's going to be there's
no way. We've been at the tipping point for so long. Something is going to happen that is going to rock the country.
This is January 24th of 2026 is, I think, a significant day for media. Or not media, just history in general. One man dies, there's a body count. There's a body count regardless. You can't argue it was resisting arrest.
He was on the ground. He was dogpiled. They took his gun away.
There is no nothing, bro. It's a bunch of fucking chuds. It's a bunch of fucking chuds. It's all they are. I'm gonna say till the day I die, I'm gonna say chud like a fucking slur. Like, you're a fucking chud.
Might as well,
you're
yeah. But like we're genuinely just at that point. I think if nothing comes out of this, then they've truly succeeded in turning all of us into hamsters.
Oh, he was a nurse too.
They killed a nurse.
I don't know. Hold on. It might not be confirmed yet, but apparently he might have been an ICU nurse, so he saw some shit. Fuck. He deadass was a hero 2 times over. He might be the GOAT.
Dude. What the ICU nurse.
I'm gonna tell you right now, me and Caleb worked in the hospitals. The ICU, probably other than the immediate ER unit, is one of the hardest places to work because if you're in the ICU, you are at death's door. You are a puppy at the Grim Reaper's door, and if you make a squeak, that motherfucker's gonna open the door and be like, "Ooh," and yoink. I've cleaned the rooms of dead people up there, bro. That guy right there knew shit.
Man, how awful, man. How awful that we got to this point.
And he was a voice actor. Oh no, okay, no, he wasn't. He said VA worker. Okay, I read that wrong.
Veterans Affairs.
No, he was Veterans Affairs worker too as well, among being a nurse.
Gosh dang, man. And again, I know stuff like this has happened in the past, but it's just like, this shouldn't be happening at all. Right? Like, this shouldn't be a thing.
No, this is 250 years of, you know what? No, it is 250 years of slavery and racism, among the fact that we did not punish the South.
No.
This is the consequences of this. This is the consequences years later of just letting a bunch of redneck fuckheads just. Now you know what? No, take it back. It's not rednecks. I know some rednecks who are true to the thing, being like, nah, I don't like the government, red or blue.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just racist people.
And those people, the same people who ran the Confederacy, were just allowed into positions of power back in the States. Because it basically wasn't about the fact that slaves were being oppressed and they should have been freed a long time ago. It was basically the North was just mad that the South disrespected them. That was basically what it was. This was just it was basically the United States just flexing on itself. Like, such bullcrap. The only hero from all of that was, yes, John Brown, actual hero. A abolitionist who believed that was it all Confederates and slave owners were basically deserving of death. That if they weren't going to free the slaves, kill them. Actual hero.
I also hate the word patriot now. It's
been ruined.
Yeah, I low key hate the word patriot because it's just
They literally ruined patriotism. They ruined everything because it has lost the original meaning that basically it just means, from what I understand now, it's basically just meaning you serve your country without question.
Yeah.
Which is, again, going to comics, Captain America himself would not stand for this.
Hold on. Let me get my favorite picture. Captain. Hold on. Right here. I fight. I'm loyal to nothing, General, except the dream.
Real.
Except the dream. I truly do believe when I was younger, truly, from the bottom of my heart, that anybody and everybody can be a U.S. citizen if they try hard enough. They can come to this country with their back broken, their body destroyed, and the general system will help them and achieve a greater life high than they could in previous countries. I genuinely believe that. And the time I've been living over the past decade, since basically the ending of 8th grade till now in my middle adult life, I haven't seen that. I've just seen people constantly get angry again and again and again over truly what? Honestly, meaningless shit. The color of your skin or what you believe in, even if it's, I just want, basic human rights, being for the most part, just not being wanted, misery loves company, so on and so forth. It's just, it's sad to see what I was taught and was raised to believe just means nothing.
Yeah.
I'm loyal to nothing except the dream. I could care less.
Exactly.
And this is why I've only ever supported like George, honestly, because he even if he had a sketch history or what he did, he had an opportunity of absolute power and said no. And even if the reasoning is he didn't want to be general or just didn't want the pressure anymore, the fact that even with that and still offered like ultimate power, unregulated, early days of America, and said, no, I'm done. 8 years, I'm done.
Yeah.
I think shows a tremendous amount of effort. And maybe this is me being a nerd when I say it too, but I genuinely want like if it was the Emperor from Warhammer, like George Washington's spirit awakens from the grave just to take all these assholes back. Grab them and throw them in hell.
It's just insane. All of it's just crazy. I genuinely I can't support anything that this country does anymore. I'm going to be honest. I can't support it. Like, I can't even say, like, the phrase "a proud American" is not something that I think rings in my heart, because clearly the country doesn't care about any of us. Doesn't care about anybody black, anybody brown, anybody white. Doesn't care if you're a veteran. Doesn't care if you supply anything of value into society. As long as you are giving them money, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter. You're just a number who gives them finances at this point. And if you do anything to go against that, they will kill you.
Oh, the NBA game has been postponed in Minnesota.
Honestly, I'm that's not even really surprising.
Thank you, Andrew.
It's been getting that bad.
That was a recent one. Andrew, I think Andrew's been listening, overhearing this whole thing. Thank you. So apparently they immediately canceled it. I think it was probably among other things.
Yeah.
I am loyal to nothing, General, except the dream. It's there is nothing. I don't care anymore.
No.
If you I think the next time I talk to anybody who goes, no, I think it was justified, I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna leave, dog. You are either so ill-informed or not intelligent to realize what you are in that you are going to die of your own stupidity, or your life will never get better. I say that, so on and so forth. And I think for the most part, I think I am right with the whole hamster analogy we came up about like 2 episodes ago. I think a lot of Americans just want to be on the wheel, not because they like the wheel, because they know the wheel is comforting. It is, funny enough, I saw this on Instagram the other day, and it kind of got me out of a little bit of a depressive slump. It was like, would you rather like to sit in the comfort of misery or go through the pain of change? And I was like, as a child, I never liked to vomit. I didn't like the feeling of vomiting.
Mm-hmm.
As a full-grown man now, I willingly stick my fucking finger in my mouth to throw up. Willingly. So I will always take the route of the pain of change. So if shit gets worse, let it. Full-on accelerationism. Just fucking let it. Just let it go.
It needs to be changed from like the ground up. We're at the point that like it needs to be such a significant change that we can't just continue doing what we've been doing. I guess this will be the final point. Is I'm not going to make any promises for next week that we're going to talk about something fun. Even as our 200th episode is coming up, I'm not going to promise that we're going to talk about have a fun episode, because I think it's important. I know they say not to pay attention to the news. That's wrong. You should be. You should be aware that there are terrible things going on around the country, around the world. You should be aware of these injustices, because it is a service to not only yourself, but your fellow man to know these things. And I would like to believe that me and Alex sitting in a stupid room talking to each other, just discussing these issues, is enough to get people to just think. Like, we might not be doing like the actual hard work of being out there and doing something, but I'd like to think that us just speaking out to people, giving them the opportunity to just think a little harder about what's going on, might be enough to make things better. And I will make sure that we continue to talk about injustices going on. Because we haven't even covered the Sasha Riley stuff. And that's awful.
Yeah.
But anyway, like Alex said, I think we've discussed this enough for today. By next week, I'm sure there will probably be something even crazier that happens.
I swear to God, bro, if there's like a fucking defense line, like there's actually like trench warfare out in fucking over there, bro, next week, I'm gonna... If
things get bad enough, we might have to just start live streaming.
I wouldn't be against it. I would not be against it.
We're getting to that point, but like I said, we'll see what happens by next week. I'm not going to make any promises this time. If something else bad happens, we will talk about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, that'll do it for this week. I guess we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Stay safe.